I miss you all, you're a part of who I am. Known you since we were small, many a shared plan. Endless days on the wreck, playing bangers on the tape deck. Then you learn to drive, we're lucky to be alive. Too young, too dumb, driving around in the sun or rain or snow, temperatures below zero. Carefree and aimless, those days seem painless but never blameless. In reality they were dangerous. Spent weeks riding shotgun but I never called it. Smoked so much at night I couldn't see the road. Shift down, ass out, sliding round corners. Always spit around me, didn't like the smoky mouth. What I ought to know better because I was raised right. We still escape from reality every night. At the weekend there were free parties, free houses and places. Pubs in the Matrix where we learn the basics. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Hip-hop and drum and bass once a month at Bass Heads. College was a lesson in drugs and faceless. Friends so wasted, like looking through a clouded lens. The highest high grade every day, knocked sideways when missed so many lessons, barely awaken the rest of them. Shotting in the canteen, queues of kids looking lean. Constant cash flow, still spent more than I earned though, on God knows what, instead of learning to grow. I did grow plants though, was struggling through class, yo. How could the past know? History moves far too slow. But it is never kind to those who try to hurry it, or those who dare to stand up against governments. Borrowed lines, who cares about what moral governance? Formative years formed by forcing down fags and beers, calling gays fags and queers, women slags and jeers, tears, insults from your peers, casual sexes and fears. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Racial sneers, just harmless adolescent spears that cut, slice, kill, bully and cheap childish thrills. One of life's main ills, much many hundreds of pills. Cocaine, bleached irises in suburban dioceses. Gangster wannabe Rugo, jacking my customers, I must admit I fancied her. Police busting us, many cautions and warnings. Smoking in cars and goring, K2 white widows, snow white purple haze. Yawning, massive Mitsubishi turbos, they were the best days. Rushing hard, tripping balls, spent summer in a church hall. Getting barred and jumping walls for days a week. Pub crawl, I miss you all, but there's a distance between us. Nowadays I only see you once a year at Christmas. Done some bad shit, broken enough people's trust. In dust we must, my parents would be disgust. In truth I am too, but lesson learned, don't be blue. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Back to the basics, let's face it. A misspent youth is not a youth spent wasted. When I retrace it, I learn and don't erase it. Regrets are just lessons, a little bitterness laced with. Back to